Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading for you today. It's Monday the 14th through to Sunday the 20th of October 2019. These are the cards. I often get asked what cards I'm using in the reading, so I'd like to show you the cards that I'm actually using for your reading. So we always start off with the weekly check-in, where we look at the week ahead and we just look at kind of general things coming through, and we look at various areas concerning the week. And for that we use this top row of cards here. We use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. We use the Ancestor Path Tarot by Julia Kuchia Watts. We use the Tarot Grand Luxe and New deck by Ciro Marchetti. It's probably not so new, but definitely as mass marketed deck, it's fairly new. So Ciro Marchetti, the Tarot Grand Luxe. And we also use for your advice a new deck that was bought, the Tarot deck, Art of Life Tarot deck by Charles Livingston. This is a very kind of different tarot deck, because what this tarot deck, guys, does is it has the same 78 cards, but you've got quotes on each of the 78 cards. So that's why I'm using this. I don't use this in kind of readings, traditionally as cards for readings. I use these more as advice, which is really nice. For your second reading, where we look at the 10 card work area and the 10 card love area, we use my favourite card, my favourite deck of all, the Dark Mansion Tarot. Phenomenal, guys. We use this one here. And we are also using for your advice for love and money, Tea Leaf Fortune cards by Ray Hepburn, and also the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Okay, enjoy your reading, guys. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. We're going to be doing the 14th through to the 20th of October 2019. We're going to be doing your weekly check-in reading first, then we're going to be looking at your love reading and, well, your work reading first, sorry, and then your love reading afterwards. Okay, I'm not going to be appearing directly on the reading this week. I just want to be able to show you guys the cards today. So, yeah, sit back and enjoy the reading. Okay, Gemini, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a look. So, Gemini, this week you guys are showing as being the lovers. This is you, actually, isn't it? This is your major card. Very interesting. I mean, I certainly feel between heart and mind there's a great deal of balance going on. The lovers card is the card that indicates, it can indicate a few things. It can indicate maybe you're in love. Maybe you're maybe you've got a really close union or a really close connection with another individual this week. But this is you. This is you, Gemini. You are the lovers. You are the lover. Okay? The lovers doesn't have to just be the lovers. It can also be the lover. Perhaps there's something that you are really connected to on an emotional basis, on an emotional and a mental basis, because the lovers is a number 6 major arcana, and 6s represent harmony and balance in all areas. So when you're the lover or the lovers, you are really balanced in all areas. You're balanced mentally, you're balanced emotionally. If this is a relationship, it's the perfect relationship. That's what the lovers card is. In terms of a union, it's the best. Often I go by how the card looks. So if I see 3 people on the card, for example, there's a particular deck that I've got. I can't remember what the deck is though. But on that particular, no, I think it's on the, oh God, what is the deck called? I've got it here. Yeah, it's this one. It's the Dreaming Way Tarot. On that particular deck, what happens is on the lovers, you've got a man who's looking at 2 women. So therefore, with that card, it often indicates to me that somebody has a choice between 2 parties. Okay. On this card, there's just 2 people looking into each other's souls. There's definitely just a consistent loving union relationship here. This doesn't involve anybody else for me. This is 2 people who are completely in love with one another, and they share this connection on all levels. So it might be that you're in love. It might be that you are having a very strong connection to another individual, because you are the lovers and you're showing as being the lovers. I think that this is mainly about your connection to another individual, to be perfectly honest with you, because you are the lovers. Okay, you are this week the lovers. So I guess, yeah, I mean, it could be that you and another having a very strong emotional and mental connection. It might be that it's just simply you having a very strong emotional and mental connection to another. The lovers also does mean choice, so I don't really like going along with that card, to be perfectly honest with you. It is, I mean, it does turn out that way a lot of the time. You do have a choice between a couple of things. And usually when you've got a choice with the lovers is all about making a choice that's going to benefit you and others around you as well. Okay, the lovers can also mean to be a part of a group, or it doesn't have to, the lovers doesn't always have to be love at all. It can just mean that you have a very strong affinity with someone. You've got a very close relationship with someone. Your lovers card can represent a family member. It can represent a colleague. It could represent a friend. It doesn't always have to mean, you know, a romantic or a sexual relationship. The lovers also means attraction as well. So this week it could be that you guys are actually attracted to an individual here. Okay, you're experiencing a really strong attraction to an individual with the lovers energy showing here. It's a really nice card. I like the lovers card. Let's have a look at what the reason is. It's because of the 8 of Swords. Ah, interesting. So the reason that you are the lovers is because of the 8 of Swords. So how do we turn the 8 of Swords around? Because the 8 of Swords, often readers read that as being probably quite a negative individual. Not negative individual, in negative card, so I do apologise. The 8 of Swords often means consistent thinking as well. So this card will show up when you are consistently thinking about someone. You can't get them off your mind. It's like, you know, that's the thing with the 8 of Swords as well. It means consistent thinking. You know, this is something that you go to bed about thinking about. This is something you get up in the morning thinking about. I think that you guys are actually completely enamoured with someone here. I think you are. I actually would go as far as to say that maybe this is something to do with you having a twin flame, because the 8 of Swords means to be bound. So you could be bound to your lover here. You could be bound to the lover by, you know, it's a karmic tie, for example. This could easily be your karmic tie thing going on here. I think that you guys are very much bound by a lover this week. I think that in terms of you guys being the lovers, the reason for that is because you're bound to someone here. The 8 of Swords also means to be bound. I think that you're bound to someone here. I think that you have a karmic relationship with someone. I think that you have a twin flame relationship with someone. I think that you have a soulmate relationship with someone. And I feel that you are very, very, very much clear about that this week. Very, very, very clear about that. There's someone here that you are very much bound to, you are very much attached to, which is why you are the lovers. This is your connection. This is your connection though, because it's saying that you are the lovers. You are the, I guess because it means more than one person, it could be also somebody's in this with you. If no one's in it with you, Gemini, then you are the lover. You are the one that is connected to this bind, because you're bound. So this can be binding here. I don't know whether you guys have ever heard about something called, what's it called? Cord cutting. So this could be like the cord. Can you see the hands are bound? This is like the cord. The cord. Completely like attached to that cord. Okay. Completely attached to the lover, whether they are around or not. There's a complete and utter connection that you feel on a mental level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, and it's very difficult for you to cut that cord. I think that you guys are very connected to someone here on a spiritual and emotional level. I think that you have a soulmate twin flame showing up. What is your goal for the week? Your goal for the week is the 4 of coins though. I think that your goal for the week is to depends. The 4 of coins is interesting because the 4 of coins as a card can mean to hold on to something. The 4 of coins as a card can mean also to detach yourself with the 4 of coins energy, because the 4 of coins is about detachment and rejection. 4 of coins is also about keeping oneself to oneself, and actually it's a card of secrecy as well, so it's keeping things under wraps. This is also the card of protection and armory, so to protect oneself. We'll find out what's going on more with that, because this has several meanings. And because I feel with these two cards, you're definitely very bound to an individual here. You're very emotionally and mentally connected to someone this week. You feel it, you know it. It feels almost stronger to you this week, Gemini. I get the impression here that we don't really know what to say about this card just yet. Well, what is the goal with this? Maybe you want to hold on to this. Maybe this is something that you want to keep safe. Maybe this is something that you want to keep sacred this week. We'll just see. We'll see, because this is the sacred circle. So the 4 of sacred circles. So to me, a circle is to keep something ongoing. All right, but if you're sat in the circle, it's like the World card. It's almost like keeping something protected. Let's have a look at what the obstacle is that you need to overcome. Oh, we've got another coin card, the Page of Sacred Circles. I actually feel that here somebody is a little bit cautious here with the Page of Coins. That's the obstacle you need to overcome, is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles stroke Page of Sacred Coins, or Princess of Sacred Coins. Page of Coins can mean two things, really. Well, three things for me in a love reading. Number one, the Page of Coins can mean the need to, well, four things in a way. Number one, if you're in a relationship, it's all about being responsible and learning more about the partner. Number two, with the Page of Coins, when I look at this, and what I've discovered with the Page of Coins several times in a love reading, is that this can be about a physical attraction. You know, attraction to the physical rather than anything else. Because the Page of Coins, it doesn't show it on this card, but usually when you see a Page of Coins, he's usually got the coin in front of him. He's usually looking at it like an object of desire. So, you know, the obstacle to overcome is physical attraction. And really it's about getting, you know, you start in a relationship, and usually all relationships that start are based on physical attraction. It's about whether you get over that stage of physical attraction to move the relationship to a more spiritual level. Do you see where I'm coming from? So there might be something here about physical attraction being the obstacle that you need to overcome. The Page of Coins can also represent cautiousness. With the Page of Coins, so kind of being a little bit scared, a little bit cautious about kind of exploring a relationship. The Page of Coins for me, though, also represents, when I look at it as a love reading, it's all about, I was just about to say something and I've completely forgotten what I was about to say with the Page of Coins. Well, something being new, because the Page of Coins, if you thought about lovers being a business, which it is a transaction really, it's all about a new venture that needs further developing. So this card can also, for me, mean a new relationship, almost like a business that needs developing. You need to find out more about each other type of thing. And that might be it with that Page of Coins. Maybe this is someone you don't know that much about with that Page of Coins energy. Or maybe this person that you are extraordinarily bound and wrapped up in with this Lovers and the Eight of Swords energy, maybe, just maybe, the lover is more cautious. We don't know. We'll have to see, because I actually feel that this is something you want to hold on to now with this. This is your goal. You're setting the goal this way. This is something I really want to hold on to, maybe with that Four of Coins. I don't want to let it go. I don't want to relinquish it. I want this thing to be with me. I want this relationship. I want this person to stay. This is something I want to hold on to. But the obstacle you need to overcome, maybe somebody is more cautious than you are, because maybe this is why, Gemini, you are the lover. Maybe you are showing as being the lover this week. Because you're completely enthralled and completely bound by another individual, which is what the Eight of Swords can mean as well. To be completely wrapped up, to be completely bound, to be completely enthralled, to be completely chained and attached. You might as well call it your devil card in a way, because it's very, very similar. But I do feel some of you guys are very wrapped up in an individual. I'm wondering if they're cautious. I want to clarify that probably. What could you be achieving this week, potentially? The Magician. Okay. Manifestation is the magician of ideas. Thoughts, hopes and dreams. The manifestation of a thought, hope and a dream with the magician energy, or putting something into action. So with the magician energy, what we do is we think, remember it's got your four aces. So you've got the Ace of Swords, which is the idea. The Ace of Wands is putting that idea into action. The Ace of Cups is literally giving life to it, nurturing it, watering it. And the Ace of Pentacles is literally seeing this thing start to take shape. So you've got those four aces, but they all serve a purpose with the Magician. Remember, the Ace of Swords is the idea that you have. The Ace of Wands, you'll put that into action. The Ace of Cups, you will nurture it with the water from the cup. And the Ace of Pentacles, from that nurturing, you start to see it taking form, taking shape, because Pentacles mean things are taking shape, they're taking form. So there we go. We see the manifestation. It depends on what stage you're at here. Because actually, I think, Gemini, this can be you. Because Gemini, I think Magician is ruled by Gemini and Virgo. Yeah, Gemini and Virgo rules the Magician. So this is you. This is you putting an idea out there into action. All right. So if you've been working on this, you could literally see something manifesting from it with the Magician energy. What do you need to avoid this week? Oh, you got another coin card. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You've got to avoid the King of Coins. Okay. So King of Coins, kings of completion of their suit. They are the fulfillment. So the Pentacles are all about work. They're all about things taking shape, taking form. They're all about money, but this isn't money. This is not a money thing for me. I know that we've got 3 money cards, but it's just not money for me, because these are the foundation cards. This is what you are, and that's the reason for it. To me, this is somebody who's completely in love because they are completely bound and chained to the individual that they're in love with. This is you're very connected to this person. You probably call this person your twin flame soulmate, no doubt. To me, you're looking like you're calling this person twin flame and soulmate, you know, because of that card there. The Age of Swords is not just about restrictions and negative thinking. It's literally to be bound, because you're completely imprisoned by your feelings here on this, completely. All right. I'm wondering if this obstacle you need to overcome is either this, whoever it is that you're in love with here, Gemini, is slightly cautious with that Page of Coins, or whether this is a newer relationship that needs some form of development. Okay, with that Page of Coins energy. Because the Page of Coins for me, remember, if you do read tarot and you're watching this, everybody reads differently. Okay, so you just got to respect what everybody's saying on a reading, you know, because everybody will read those cards differently. For me, the Page of Coins on a reading when it comes to love, it's either somebody's cautious, it's either somebody's trying to learn a little bit more about the partner because it's a newish relationship. Pages represent things that are new. This is a new business venture. And if we look at love, it's a transaction, and it is. You know, everybody wants something from the partner, else you wouldn't get together. You know, some people go for partners because of their looks. Some people go for people because of their, you know, their good nature, their heart, whatever it is. That's your Page of Coins. It's the business venture, but it needs more developing. That might be the obstacle here. So it might be that you don't know that much about this individual, or there's something in the relationship that just needs more development. You need to avoid a King of Coins. I don't know whether this is the person, but I don't think it is. The King of Coins is comfortable. That's what the King of Coins is. Kings take charge. So this person is taking charge of the development. You need to avoid trying to take charge of the development. I get with this King of Coins, you need to avoid trying to push things ahead before they are ready to go, because he's taking charge of all the crops. This king is. This king is taking charge. All kings take charge. Now he is the Pentacle. Now kings are rooted in earth. So he's earth of earth. All right. So this is somebody who, in terms of value, in terms of reality, in terms of the experience, it's a fully formed experience, is the King of Coins. Okay. I think that you need to avoid trying to fulfill the experience. Okay. So trying to bring everything full circle, as it were, with this individual, with the King of Coins, because the king takes charge. The Pentacles, kings are ruled by earth. And he is earth, so he's earth of earth. So this is bringing to fruition. That's what the King of Coins does. He's going to bring the whole thing 360 degrees to fruition. You need to avoid totally bringing something to fruition. I think something's in its early stages here, because the page is the early stage. And if you looked at a Page of Coins and a King of Coins together, this is somebody who's having to learn to manage. This is somebody who's having to learn, as the Page of Coins, to become the King of Coins. So somebody's going to have to learn their craft. Someone's going to have to learn all the ins and outs of how you achieve the success of the king. All right, that's the obstacle you need to overcome, that you're just at the start of this venture, I think, with this Page of Coins energy. So avoid trying to rush everything and bring everything together too quickly, i.e. if some of you guys, oh man, I've just met this person. Because it might be you just met them, Gemini. It might be with that Page of Coins, you just met this person. It hasn't been long. Because the Page of Coins, any of the pages aren't going to indicate necessarily a relationship you've been in for a while, because the page is young. All right. So with the Page of Coins, this is a new business venture, and it's one that needs development. It's one that you're working on. And with the Page of Coins, what happens with him is, usually when he's got a pentacle in his hand, he's looking at the pentacle and he's saying, I've got a goal for this pentacle. I've got a goal to achieve. The king, that's the goal. This is the King of Coins. This is its child. This is its daughter or its son. That the child, the princess stroke Page of Coins, is the child of the king. So the king and the queen will say to the page, you know what, we're going to give you this coin and you're going to make more money, or you're going to make as much money as we have. You know, we're going to give you this and go out there and see what you can do with it. That's what the king says to its child here. So the child really wants to become like its king, like its dad. But the universe is saying, avoid rushing to this stage, because you're just at the beginning stage of this. All right. The Magician shows again. You've got it twice. the Magician twice. You need to embrace exactly the Magician energy. You have the tools and you have the skills and you have the abilities. But again, you are just at the starting point of this reality with the Magician energy, and it's going to take nurturing and it's going to take hard work. And again, for me, the Magician, it is a major arcana and it does talk about manifestation, but you would have had to have gone through all of the steps to manifest through that Magician what you want. It's just like doing something law of attraction wise. All right, just like doing the law of attraction. Some people think I can just say something and it will manifest. Not all of the time, not at all. What happens with the law of attraction is you've got to have the intention. Okay, so you start off having the idea, then the attention, the willpower to put that intention out into the universe, and then you got to let it go with the complete knowledge that it's going to manifest for you at some point. Your job is done then. But there's no point in being at the stage of at the beginning of the venture and then thinking you're just going to manifest, because where are all the other steps? Where are all the other steps? There is a process here that needs to be gone through, Gemini. And if you don't go through the process, how do you expect to achieve the king stage? You can't. You can't achieve that. Embrace that you have the power to bring this to fulfillment. So embrace that. Believe it. You do have the power to bring this to fulfillment, but you are still at that stage, the early stages. So you just can't rush this. If you need advice and support, where can you go? The Ace of Wands, someone who is at the starting point of creating something. Maybe this is a very powerful male, energy. The Ace of Wands is very masculine energy. So maybe this is a man. Maybe this is someone who is male, somebody who's quite powerful, somebody who's quite forceful. Maybe you can go to the source, God, for example. Ace of Wands for me is the source. Maybe you can go to God. Maybe you can go to prayer. Ace of Wands. Maybe you can go to someone who's also starting out on their own journey here with the Ace of Wands energy. But somebody who's very powerful, somebody who's very forceful. Remember, you've got Magician who rules the Aces as well. So this is someone who's very much in your territory here with that Magician energy. We're going to get this reading one more time. Pardon me while I drink my mint tea, guys. Thirsty work when you're doing a lot of talking all day. Sorry, I've been working with a load of clients, private clients today, as well as the YouTube readings as well. So there's an awful lot of reading being done today. You know, you're the lovers, and you know, I could say that this is a love affair, and it could be for some of you guys. But also, when you're the lovers, you're a supporter. You're in love. So you guys are in love, the lover's energy. I read you as being in love because you show as being the lovers. And it's all because you are very bound to something. Now, this doesn't have to be a relationship. This might be a job. This might be, you know, an idea to do something. This might be a life purpose thing. But you're very bound to it, heart and mind. You're completely bound to this. You're surrounded by all of the ideas. This is something you don't stop thinking about day in, day out. This is something about your life purpose, whether it's a relationship or whether it's, you know, a project, or whether it's something that you want to work on. You are in love because this is something that you are very, very, very bound to, Gemini. And this is something that, so much so, for me with the Eight of Swords, this can definitely be a card that indicates your life purpose, because this is something that you are 100% heart and mind completely bound to. Okay. Now, your goal is Four of Coins. Now, the goal might be, especially if this is something to do with being in love, with something to do with your life purpose, maybe the goal is to make money from this, to gain. Four of Coins is also gaining money or gaining some form of material reward. Maybe it's that, okay? So if this is career related or something like that, then the goal would be with the Four of Coins energy to gain money from it, to gain reward, to gain resource, to gain some form of financial reward for this. That's your goal. So it doesn't mean that you have a goal to do that by the end of the week, but you certainly have a goal going forward to do that. If this is love, maybe the goal is to hold on to this, to keep hold of it, because it's so precious to you. Obstacle you need to overcome, work or love, it's at the beginning stage. It's Page of Coins. This is something that needs hard work, effort, and it needs to be developed in the right way. Page of Coins energy. However, what you could be achieving by the end of the week is the Magician energy. Having the power, but not just having the power, but also having the know-how on how you're going to start developing this. So by the end of the week, you could have the know-how on how you're going to develop this. Avoid going to Z, you see what I mean, the last letter in the alphabet. It's not going to happen, Because the obstacle is you're just at the beginning stage with that page, stroke princess. You're just at the beginning stage, whether it's love, work, whatever it is for you. You read it how you like. But you're just at that beginning stage. So avoid thinking, I'm going to be the king of this. If this is business, you're just at the beginning of the venture. You might just be learning. So avoid thinking, oh, by the end of the week, I'll have it in the bag and, you know, it will be done, dusted, and I can bring this thing completely to fruition, because they take charge. So this is about fully forming whatever this thing is with that Lovers and the Eight of Swords. But you need to avoid that, because you really are just at the beginning of the stage. You really are just at the beginning of the developmental stage of this situation. Embrace, though, that you have the power to bring this to fruition. You really do have that power. But if you need support, go to someone. Go to someone who is probably at the beginning stage like you are. Go to someone who has ideas on how you can do this, because the Ace of Wands is all about the light bulb, the idea moment. Go to someone who has ideas on maybe how you can bring this to fruition. So whether, if it's love, or I really like this person, I feel a really strong connection, I can't get them off my mind, blah, blah, blah. But however, we're just at the beginning stages. I really want to hold on to them, But, what I could be thinking, though, is, how am I going to achieve kind of getting to know them and developing the relationship? Well, you could say, well, let me go to... Maybe I go to my sister, maybe I go to my brother, maybe I go to my best friend. They've got some ideas on how I get to know this person. Maybe you haven't even spoken to them yet, Could be anything, But you go to someone with the creative ideas, but also somebody who has the ability with the Ace of Wands energy, the power and the know-how, how to bring this thing with that King of Pentacles energy to fruition. Very interesting reading. All I'll say is don't run before you can walk, Gemini. This is a process that needs to be taken very seriously. What is the advice that you have for Gemini on this reading? What is the advice? I'm using the Art of Life Tarot. It's a new deck. It's brilliant. It just comes with quotes. The advice came in 2 cards. 4 of Cups. So when the music changes, so should the dance. Okay, so for me, this is about going with the flow. The second one is 3 of Cups. So you've got 4 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Those who bring sunshine into the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Brilliant. All right, bear with me, Gems, and I'm going to get your work reading. Okay, Gemini, we're going to have a quick look at what your work reading is saying. Let's have a look. So we've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords can be communication, but the Ace of Swords can also be split. It can be separation as well, because it's a card that indicates cutting. But this could be some communication with the Ace of Swords energy. The World energy. So the World energy, when it comes to work, endings of cycles coming when you've got the World energy. Sometimes it's, you're achieving a goal with the World energy, and sometimes with the World energy it can be where there's the ending of a cycle. For example, you could be leaving a job with the World energy and going on into something else. The Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins in terms of work, I often look at this card and it makes me think, and often this is the card about learning. So when I see pages in work readings, this is about a trainee position, or this could be some training that's attached to a job or something like that. The 4 of Coins. So the 4 of Coins, often when I look at this for a work reading, this card actually indicates somebody who does not want to leave a job. They want to stay because of the money card, the money situation here. And the Page of Coins here, he looks to me like he's looking at the coin, because this is kind of a desire to make money, for example. 4 of Coins energy showing here. This is saving money. So there's something work related in terms of money. There's something to do with saving money here, I think, between these two cards. If you look at that page, look how he looks at the Pentacle. So he's looking at an opportunity here to save money, I think, with these 2 cards, because the Page of Coins is looking at the coin, the actual pentacle. And usually in a work reading, this can also be a business venture as well. Saving money is the 4 of Coins energy showing here. However, the 3 of Swords, so there's some problems. I think there's a problem going on here with work, 3 of Swords. There's a problem, there's some issues going on with work. There might be some arguments in work. There might even be separation, okay? I think with this 4 of Coins energy, some of you guys don't want to leave a job here. to be perfectly honest with you. Because the Four of Coins, if you look at how he's got the coin clasped to him, sometimes the Four of Coins is rejection. So basically that card indicates a rejection. Don't want to leave. And the Three of Swords can be to separate yourself. So some of you guys don't want to separate yourself from a job showing up here. I feel that what you've looked at with that Page of Coins, you're seeing the potential in something. Because the Page of Coins also indicates seeing potential. I think here some of you guys have received probably some or you're going to receive some really important news, because the world energy, this is news. The Ace of Swords is news, it's communication, and the world energy could be that this is really high level. So this could be some really important news you guys are getting in here. Page of Coins energy, it could be about a new opportunity. I think this is a new opportunity actually with that page. I think you're getting some really important news about a new work opportunity. But some of you guys with the Four of Coins and the Threes, I think that you don't want to leave what you already have here. Because the Four of Coins is all about holding on to your position here. And you can see with the, you know, the collaboration between two cards, this person really doesn't want to separate themselves. They don't want to leave where they are. So I just see you getting some really important information about a new opportunity coming through. But I actually feel that you don't want to leave where you are. It's probably a money thing more than likely for some of you guys. You've got an Emperor. So Emperor is an establishment. There could be some information coming through. This could be from like a worldwide establishment, because the Emperor is the establishment and this is worldwide. Sometimes this is world domination as well with the Emperor and because this is domination and this is the world. But I feel that this is like a world leader company. So you could be getting some worldly. I get the impression you're getting information coming through this week. It's from a massive organisation though, and this is about a new opportunity here. But I do feel that some of you guys are reluctant to leave where you are. Let's have a look at the next one showing up here as well. The Seven of Swords. So Seven of Straws is all about a strategy, planning with the Seven of Swords energy. Sometimes that's escape. So this sometimes can be escaping the Emperor or escaping a company that's got too many rules happening here, okay? Oh, the Moon card. So the Moon card is an interesting one with the Moon card. I'm going to call that kind of concern and anxiety. You know, you could read Seven of Swords and the Moon probably in not a very good way. And this to me, no, I actually feel that this is about escaping an establishment concerns. There's concerns about this, I think, with the Moon energy. Sometimes when you get the Moon energy, it's a feminine energy as well. All right, so even if you get that in a work reading, even this week I did a reading for a particular person that I know, it's a family member, and I did tell that person that they would be experiencing some anguish around work, and they probably wouldn't be going in next week, and it happened. She was very depressed by the end of the week, and she called in sick, and she's gone sick. So, you know, that can be a very anguished, very fearful female as well showing up. But this is just, you know, to all intents and purposes, this is all about worry. Three of Wands. I think that some of you guys are really worried about the future. I think that you're worried about the future. I do get what I'm seeing here is that some of you guys want to leave the Emperor. You want to escape the Emperor. You don't want to carry on working for a particular establishment. I'm getting that there could be some news from a worldwide establishment here about a new opportunity. I think you want to escape an establishment. You're getting news from like the world, from like a worldwide establishment about a new opportunity. But I think that you are going to reject that. You don't want to leave with that Three of Swords. I think because you're worried about the future. I think you're really worried about it. I think that you're worried that what if I make a mistake? What if I go from the frying pan into the fire? Yeah, Four of Cups energy. I think that you're really worried about the future. What if I don't like where I am? What if I'm not happy with where I go to? Because the Three of Wands can also be the card that indicates the future. And the Moon card is all about having a lot of anxieties. The Seven of Swords, it's ruled by Aquarius, is the Seven of Swords. So this is somebody who's very much an individual. They hate having to clock in and clock out. They hate the rigidity of working within a corporation. And this could be a worldwide corporation some of you guys work within. All right, but it just feels to me for some of you gems, you're kind of going around in circles. Because I'll do this again for work. What I'm seeing is some of you guys getting some really important information coming up here about a new job. All right, and I think it's coming from possibly a worldwide organisation showing here, because the Emperors are organisations, this is worldwide. So important information about a new position, Page of Coins. It will probably be a lesser position, lesser money as well with that Page of Coins sitting there. So some really important information from a worldwide organisation. It looks to me like it might be from a trainee position, a position that pays a lot less money. And I think that some of you guys really want to escape the organisation that you're already in, but you stay with the Four of Pentacles energy because of the money. So I see you guys kind of rejecting this kind of offer or this information you get from this worldwide organisation about a new position here that you could go into. But you reject that, I think, with this Four of Coins and the Three of Swords energy. Mainly because of the money, even though you don't want to be where you are, because these two cards here I'm seeing is this Gemini is you guys already kind of wanting to escape the rigidity of a place that you already work in. It's too corporate, it's too kind of it's too rigid, there's too many rules and regulations, and the Seven of Swords card would definitely want to escape that. Okay, definitely want to escape that. So I see some of you guys just wanting to escape the rigidity of a place that you already work in, all right? And I see that you're doing that, okay, with the Three of Wands, sending out, reaching out, contacting other businesses with that Three of Wands energy showing there, all right? So much so I'm seeing for some of you guys, you've got some really important information coming in from these, in particular, I think, a worldwide organisation here with an offer of a job, Page of Coins, but also this could be a trainee position or a position that comes with training or a position that possibly carries with it less money, all right? And I think that you'll end up rejecting that offer with this Four of Coins and the Three of Swords, okay? I think it's mainly because you're worried about money. You're worried about being stable, secure and stable financially with these cards. I think you're really worried with those things as well, all right? And I think that you're worried about how successful this business venture will be, because the Three of Wands is business and commercial success, and there's a worry card around that, all right? And also the Four of Coins is rejecting the offer of the Page of Coins. So I'm seeing you guys rejecting the offer of the Page of Coins here. These two cards are indicating you've been made an offer, but you're rejecting it because you're worried about how successful that's going to be. You're also worried about whether in the future, Three of Wands, you're going to be unhappy with the choice that you made as well. So I see offers coming in from possibly big organisations but with small money, all right? But you guys are rejecting this because you're worried, namely, about whether this is going to be a successful venture for you. Are you going to get along with the people that you work with? But also you're worried about whether this is going to be something you're going to regret doing in the future as well, okay? Let's quickly have a look at what your career is saying. So I'm using the astral house cards from the tea leaf fortune telling cards, okay? And we're going to have a look at your career first. Let's have a quick look. So Universe Spirit for career, show me what the advice. We're going to use I was going to use the tea leaf cards, but they're a little bit of a pain to try and delve around in the bag. So we're going to use the answer deck. What is the advice you have for Gemini underneath their career? What is the advice that you have for Gemini? Some of you guys might also be looking to escape. Possibly there's a problem with an Emperor here as well. So the Emperors can be bosses. So it's looking to escape a boss. Could be a female boss as well. Moon's a female and that's a boss. So it could be some of you guys wanting to escape a female boss, looking at other opportunities out in the world, worldwide opportunities out in the world, communication here. Yeah, reaching out to others as well. But it's interesting, those two cards are, I just feel that there's something about money, which is why you won't take a leap of faith in terms of another position here. What is the advice you have for Gemini and work, please, in 3 cards? Career. It says wealth. So you've got wealth. The troubleshooter. Okay. And secrets. Well, you're trying to troubleshoot a few secrets here, I think, in work this week. All right. You're trying to find some stuff out here, I think, because this is the troubleshooter. So the troubleshooter is somebody who's naturally trying to find something out. They're trying to solve a problem. There are secrets here within work. I think you're trying to troubleshoot or find out what's going on. It might be that there's some gossip going on, and the moon can actually indicate gossip, All right, and that Seven of Swords as well can be people who are messing around, or people who are quite deceptive as well within the workplace. So this can easily, with the moon in that seven, especially females, this can literally be like troublemaking females, like gossiping and that type of thing. It might be the Emperor. Some of you guys are trying to put some boundaries or put a stop to something like this as well. But yeah, I think he's trying to troubleshoot some problems within work this week. I am seeing wealth though coming in. Okay. But it also might be that there's an opportunity here with the wealth card, but you're trying to troubleshoot certain things you don't know. So it might be the opportunity comes in, it looks good. However, I need to find out more with these cards as well. Let's have a quick look at what your money card is saying to you. So we're going to have a quick look at the wealth card. If I can find where I put wealth. I know that I put love here. There it is. Wealth is just underneath. Let's have a look at the wealth card for you. Let's see what we can see coming in for money. Here we go. So, Universe Spirit, what do you see coming in for wealth for Gemini? Show me what you see coming in for wealth for Gemini, please. So, for wealth, we've got... All right, there's a dark-haired woman here, Gemini, who should inspire you. A dark-haired woman will inspire you. All right, so this person here is probably going to inspire you to make more money, but I'm seeing some anxiety here, okay? I'm seeing some anxiety here. All right, and the anxiety is that there is a stranger here. I think that you guys are probably worried about doing something foolish showing up here, okay? That could lead to your destruction. So whilst I see a dark-haired woman inspiring you, in turn probably to make more money, I'm also seeing that there could be some anxiety. It looks like it's around a stranger. This could be someone who's just, you know, there's a business opportunity that they're proposing. You might be afraid, or it's causing you anxiety because you don't want to do anything foolish here that could cause some mass destruction in your life. So it might be like spending money, or if you've got savings, you know, investing in something with someone that you hardly know, that type of thing. Very interesting reading. Bear with me, please, Gemini, and what we're going to do is we are going to get your love reading, so just bear with me. So for love, oh nice. So the Knight of Cups for me is often someone who is flirting, or they're showing you their availability, or you know, they're showing you attention, because I never really take the Knight of Cups that seriously, not unless I feel that the intention behind this card is really serious. For me, it's a card of flirtation. I've seen plenty of Knights of Cups. I used to work in offices when I was first doing tarot, before I actually set up the, you know, the website and stuff. I used to just kind of do bit of tarot when I used to work in offices a few years back, and there was a guy there who was interested in me, but also other people there. He was a bit of an idiot, bit of a narcissist, to be honest with you, but this is how he would always show. And what he would do is he'd only need to click his fingers. I never did it, but and girls would follow him into the kitchen. He'd look at them and they'd follow him like they were little puppies. I couldn't believe it. He tried it with me a couple of times. Basically, I didn't get up, but yeah, this is the type of douchebag sometimes. I'm not saying he is, but he is a little bit of a narcissist, and he loves beauty. He hates anything that is not beautiful. So he's very attracted on a superficial level as well, this guy is. But this is about love, people coming forward, showing you attention, that type of thing. Knight of Cups energy. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely something to do with a new romance, but this looks very, very flaky to me. I'm not being horrible, but it is. Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands, they are both very, very fun, loose cards when it comes to love. There's nothing serious about either one of them. So I'm seeing that, you know, I'm just seeing you getting to know someone, someone showing you attention, someone having a bit of fun with you, with these cards showing up here. But you've got the Judgment energy here. So the Judgment energy is all about making decisions. So this can be the card where it says, well, you know, there's a judgment being levied though, okay? But this looks like a very fun thing that you guys are experiencing in terms of love, but there's a judgment that needs to be made here. And I think this judgment is we'll see whether it's the next card that will show. But for me, even before looking at that next card, I feel that the judgment is on whoever this person is. I don't think it's you. I think it's the person that's doing it to you. And I think that they have to make a judgment, a final decision, a big decision as to whether it's going to progress. So let's have a look. Oh, 6 of Coins in the reverse. So 6 of Coins in the reverse, that's a shock. I didn't expect that to show up. The 6 of Coins in the upright is all about for me, a fair transaction. I mean, to me, this looks like someone that you've just known. It just looks like someone, it looks like this person makes a decision to do this. It looks like they make a decision to withdraw, to show less interest, you know, because this is less interest when you get the Six of Coins in the reverse. Because with the Six of Coins in the reverse, in the Six of Coins in the upright, somebody is showing there's a transaction here between two people. All right, one person is showing the other a lot of interest, and they're giving gifts, and they're being very generous, and they're being very giving when it's in the upright. In the reverse, they're not being giving at all. It almost feels like this person has now made a judgment to withdraw whatever's going on here with that Six of Coins reversed. And also this person, you know, possibly because it's within work, Three of Coins energy. Possibly because you work with this individual. So it might be that, you know, you've had a lot of flirtatiousness from a work. I'm getting it that this is in work for some of you Geminis because of that work card of the Three of Coins. Okay. Also, the Six of Coins in the reverse is a lack of investment. So this person doesn't want to invest in any progress because the Three of Coins in the upright is also a card that indicates progress within a relationship. What we're doing is that we're moving things up a notch. So, if, for example, this is why I was saying this is the early stage cards. Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, they're very nice cards when it comes to love, but it's simply just flirting and playing around and, you know, going out on a few dates, maybe a few kisses here and there, that type of thing. It's nice energy. But this person, whoever's doing this, I think, Gemini, is making a judgment here that they do not want to invest. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, sorry, reverse. So they don't want to invest in progressing this relationship, in developing it even further, because the Three of Coins is all about working in a team to develop a plan. And this to me looks like this person is making a decision with the Judgment card that they don't want to invest in progressing this relationship any further than these two cards here. We've got that it's too much of a burden for this person. This person was feeling extraordinarily burdened by this Gemini. All right, Three of Wands, and they want out. They want out. Three of Wands energy. So they felt very burdened and they just wanted out with that Three of Wands energy. Yeah, what they're looking for is fun. That's what they're looking for. They're just, Nine of Cups for me is the card of fun. It's just playing the field sometimes. Sometimes if you get that with a card, it can be really good, because with the Two of Cups, it can mean that you're really happy with a relationship. And it might be that with the Three of Wands, what they're looking for is complete contentment in a relationship. Queen of Coins. There's somebody else here. There's someone else here. I think that they're just looking for, because to me, this says to me that this person's been feeling burdened. And what they're looking for, because they're looking to this way here. So what they're looking for is pleasure. They're looking for pleasure with a Queen of Coins. I don't think it's necessary, because they're looking for it. I think it's a type. I think they have a type. The type that they might have is dark. Could be black-skinned, perhaps, with the Queen of Coins. The coin people are sometimes black people, yeah? Or they're dark-skinned people. So this person might be looking for pleasure with somebody who's darker. I'm getting the impression that somebody's looking for pleasure with someone of a different appearance. Okay? Because the Queen of Coins, when you get her in a reading as well, she's about looks. So she will be about the appearance as well. She really will. She's a card that will indicate how somebody looks, and usually they'll be very beautiful. I'm not saying that you're not beautiful, Gemini. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that this person is seeking pleasure with someone else. They're looking for a different type of person, and it's probably something to do with looks or, you know, physical appearance. They're looking for a certain type in terms of physical appearance, I think, with that Queen of Coins energy showing here. Five of Cups energy, though. I think that they're going to be very disappointed, though. I'll just call it that. I think that they're going to be very disappointed. Okay, with the Five of Cups energy showing here. Bit of a rogue card, but I don't think that, because this isn't you. You're not Pentacles, you're Swords. You should be showing as a Queen of Swords or something like that. You shouldn't be showing as that, not unless you've got some earth in your chart or something like that. But I think that they are looking for, because they're looking Three of Wands towards the Nine of Cups. They're looking for pleasure with a type of individual. But I think that this person's going to be left very, very disappointed. And I think that they'll even regret maybe something with you. I'll do this love reading again. I've got someone who's really turning on the charm here, because the Knight of Cups is somebody who's being really charming in love. The Page of Wands is somebody who's enthusiastic, funny. They're showing you a lot of attention. They're really showing you a lot of interest. Do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go for a meal? Do you want to go for a drink? Let's go out to a nice, let's go out to a nice bar. Let's go out to a club. This is what the Knight of Cups is, really charming and very playful with that Page of Wands. So I'm just seeing a really charming, playful lover here around some of you Geminis. But I feel that this person's going to make a judgment. I don't think it's you. I think that this person is going to make a judgment that they do not want to invest, because the Six of Pentacles in the upright, think about the Six of Pentacles as being your investor card, because this card would indicate getting, for example, how can I say, getting a donation, getting an investment. So this could be like if you get it with Temperance, it could be like an angel investor, somebody who invests like financially in you, that type of thing. But in the reverse, they don't want to invest. So this person's made a judgment that they don't want to invest Three of Coins in progressing the relationship. Three of Coins is about progressing relationships as well. I think it was too burdensome for them. And I think that they're looking for pleasure. Pleasure is the Nine of Cups energy. So pleasure isn't even necessarily, a stable, secure relationship. They're just looking to have pleasure. And that can be sexual pleasure as well. So they might be looking to have sexual pleasure or just some form of pleasure. I think this is superficial. I think it's someone who looks a certain way here, Gemini, if I'm being honest with you. And I think with the Five of Cups, they're going to be sorely disappointed anyway with that. And also it could be somebody who's, because the Five of Cups is sleeping. Often if I've done a reading for myself with these cards, this card always, especially when the website's really busy and I've had a whole day of reading and I'm knackered, that's what comes out for me in the day. That's what the day is going to tell me I'm going to be like. Five of Cups, knackered, sleeping. Can you see how she's sleeping? Sometimes this is sadness, sometimes this is sleeping. I think that they're looking for a bit of a bimbo here. I'm sorry, I do. I think that this person doesn't want to invest in the relationship with you. It might be that they found you hard work, because the Ten of Wands is hard work. So it might be you've got somebody around you, charming, playful, all the rest of it, but they're making a decision here. I don't want to invest in Gemini anymore. I don't want to invest in, trying to build a relationship with Gemini, because, they're really hard work. I just want to have a bit of pleasure with someone with big boobs or whatever it is, and somebody who probably doesn't have much to say. I just get the impression with those cards, this is someone who's looking for someone who's got all of the whatever it is that they're looking for, but probably not got much between the ears. I think if that's the case, to be honest with you, Gemini, they're not even worth anything. They're just not worth your time. They're not worth your tears. If that's you in tears, they're seriously not worth it, because they're completely superficial. And these cards, Knight of Cups, remember, he likes superficial things as the Knight of Cups. And the Page of Wands is as hollow as you like. He hasn't got any depth to him at all. He just wants play, just wants fun. Nine of Cups is all about just having pleasure, and she can definitely be about how someone looks. Queen of Coins, it's superficial appearance. Let's have a look at what the love advice is for you guys. Not everybody's deep, Gemini, that's the thing. Not everybody. I'm not saying that you look like hags. I'm not saying that. So please, oh, sorry about this. So please. So my other monitor has, when I'm editing videos, I have Downton Abbey on, and my other monitor has Downton Abbey or Avengers films on. So I often watch things when I'm trying to get everything ready for YouTube and clients, when I've finished the recording and then I'm editing for the day. Okay, let's have a look. What's the advice you have for Gemini? I'm not saying that you look like a hack, nothing like that at all. I just think this person's looking for pleasure with somebody of a certain type. That's what I'm saying. What is the advice you have for Gemini, please? What's the advice you have for Gemini in this reading? Right, there's a fair-haired man. This might, for you ladies, if you're heterosexual, that might be the person here. And a brown-haired man. There's two men showing up for you in love here. There's bad news, though. I'm sorry. There's two men here, but there's some bad news coming in here. Okay, bad news in the home, it says. Okay. Okay, it's saying something that about justice. You're going to receive your justice concerning a scandal. Okay, it's going to bring strength. I don't know whether that if that resonates with any of you guys, but I've got two men showing here in love, Gemini. Okay, and there's some bad news coming to the home with these two men. All right, in love. Okay, and then you've got the Justice card. However, you're going to receive your justice. It's concerning a scandal here, but you're going to feel stronger for it with the Strength energy. Very interesting. All right, that is your reading, my darlings, for the week. I'd like to say, Gems, thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own personal reading, you know what to do. Just click on the link in the comment section or at the end screen. Take care. Bye-bye.